You're tuned in to Just One Hot Mom with host Nanika Ansari. Get ready. She's about to bring you that fire, that flavor, that heat, all that passion, and more from around the world and in your neighborhood. Stay tuned.
Hey, howdies, you are tuned in to Just One Hot Mom, and I'm your host, Nanika Ansari, and it is cold. It is cold in the neighborhood. Winter has finally hit, but guess what? The government is back up and running, so we're going to have to take some of the good with the bad. So as you guys know, lately, if you read my blog, we were talking about colorism and how Anissa thought I was using makeup to be light-skinned, lighter than I already am, and how we had that lovely discussion of how mommy wasn't using makeup to be lighter, but we do use it to enhance our beauty. And let me tell y'all, if y'all missed the 40th birthday pic, y'all missed my ultimate beat. My face was beat to the gods, and I'm gonna tell y'all who's responsible for that beat. Miss Alishia right here. Hey, Miss Alishia.
Hey, girl. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Blessed to be here.
Okay. Now, let me tell you. First of all, it's an experience. If you live in the city of Cleveland, or just follow her Instagram, because everybody needs to experience that get sparked feeling.
I agree.
Because I'm going to tell you, I sat in that chair and it was magic. Anybody who's ever done my makeup before will tell you, like, I cannot put on lashes, like, to save my life. Like, I blink a lot.
Oh, you did good.
The glue gets right.
You were
She
fine.
just smooth. Y'all, before she put it on, before I even knew I had a lash on. And after that point, I swear I blinked like.
And we're there.
Yeah. And I have arrived. No, but it was such an amazing experience. But then I found out some other stuff about you. So I was like, not only is she one of the dopest MUAs I've ever met in my whole entire life.
Thank you.
She has an amazing spirit. And I was just like, sometimes you connect with people and you're like, oh, you're cool. But y'all, when I say, like, her spirit was so gracious and thankful and encouraging and inspiring, I was I have to have her on the show to give you guys, you ladies especially, some inspiration and some encouragement.
Absolutely.
So I will ask like 2 makeup questions, because I swear when people found out she was going to be on here, my DMs lit up. Is she gonna do a makeup tutorial? I was like, no.
We could do that next time. We'll set that up. We'll do it next time.
I was like, no. And they were like, she's not good. I was like, I will ask 2 good makeup questions.
Makeup
so I
questions.
got 2
That's
good
fine.
makeup questions.
I'm okay with that.
But I really wanted to talk to you about the Sparked experience and then the Brunch with Us experience. Okay. I think that's super dope.
Thank you.
Okay. So can you explain to us what it means to get sparked?
So, getting sparked, first of all, how I came up with the concept is my maiden last name, literally my government name, is Sparks. So, and I've always had that thing where everybody I've ever come in contact with in each different level of my life, they call me Sparks.
Really?
So, yeah, like all through college, colleagues and teachers and professors and people I've worked with, even working at Mac. There are, head execs at Mac that don't even know my first name because they all call me Sparks. So
I'm a big Mac fan. I'm a huge Mac fan.
Oh, yeah, I spent about 5 years there. And so one day, once I finally decided that I was going to brand myself, I decided it's got to be something that's me. And I feel that my personality is very over the top.
Sparkalicious.
Right?
I'm about to get that word. Let's go. Don't nobody use that hashtag.
It's me.
Sparkalicious.
It's me. So I just was like, I need something that describes me and also what I do. Mm-hmm. So I was like, sparks, get sparked, get sparked up, sparked. Let's go. That's it. So that's how we got here.
And that was such a simple thing when you think about it, but it was like, you are a firecracker. I'm going to tell y'all, she is a beast with it. I was like, it took no time. And let me tell you, for makeup for me, and I know a lot of other people, like, I like it light and fresh.
Right.
And when I say, like, I was telling you I had an experience, like, when I had to wash it off, it took me 2 hours to get it off.
Yeah.
When I went home, I was like, okay.
And
I ain't gonna lie, though, I kept it for another day.
As long as you can. Yeah. Because
I slept like
it's going to be there.
Sleep like I'm in a coffin. And I was like, yes. And when I woke up the next morning, I was like, look at this.
Yes.
And I still had lashes, y'all.
And eyebrows.
I still had lashes. So I was super excited because, one, it was an experience.
Yes.
Like, I've been to several makeup artists and, you know, different photo shoots. And each one is different. Because everybody has their own technique.
Right.
But when somebody makes you feel comfortable,
Yes.
one, with your skin. And she told me about the girl who had threaded my lashes, had really scarred my whole lash. And she fixed it.
She was cut. She was cut
And
up.
so I was like, it really was an experience
Yes.
of being comfortable with you, and you knew my skin. So I was like, I know other people who like will just put on whatever on your face, and then you'll be stuck with that, and you'll be worse off than you were
before. Yeah.
So when a woman books a sparked experience with you, what do you want them to take away from that?
So with makeup, for me, it's not. You're not coming to me for the makeup in my mind. Of course, you're leaving full glam, but in my mind, you're coming for an experience, and the experience is not even just with the makeup. You know, because I also try to teach you and show you, you know, different techniques that you can take with you, that you can try on yourself. But outside of that, it's a spiritual thing for me. I feel like once I realized what my purpose was in makeup with people, it was touching people. It was doing something for people. It's changing them. It's maybe turning on a light bulb. It's that for me. So when somebody books it, especially a first timer, I'm like, yeah, they about to get this work. And it's not even the outside. The outside is just a reflection of our time together. So I feel like when we are together on a spiritual point, it's me sharing and uplifting and making you feel good and making you feel like the best you to go on to whatever it is you're going to do. Whether it's an interview, whether it's a photo shoot, whether it's a birthday, whether it's a funeral, no matter what it is, I want you to feel prepared to go out into the world spiritually, along with a beautiful face.
And so even my first makeup appointment wasn't the first time we met. I was down at where her studio is located, and I was doing the
You were doing an event.
Warm event where you guys know I messed up crocheting the hat for the baby, but we're working on it. Ashley's getting me together.
I'm not even going to try.
But it was even in that, as we were crocheting, and I saw woman after woman.
Oh yeah, the rotation.
And it was like when they came in, I'm not lying to y'all, I'm not pumping her. When they came in there, everybody just looked so like
life.
It's cold outside. Like,
right.
Yes, life had happened. When they left that room, I was like, she got some magic going on in there. Because it was almost like everybody's spirits were lifted, and then they kept hearing like, you look so beautiful. Yeah. You look so beautiful. Yes. And I was like, wow, I was like, I gotta get sparked.
It's a total experience. It's a total experience.
What made you want to create that experience for people?
That's a good question. For me, I think I personally went through a lot when I sat down and I realized what I wanted to do with branding myself. So prior to that, yes, I had college experience. Yes, I had experience working at MAC for 5 years as a product specialist, but I also had went through a transition period for about 3 years in between where I wasn't doing anything. I was a trophy wife. My then fiance just wanted me to be there for him and our children and keep it pushing. And so I did it. I tried it, and nothing bloomed. Nothing flourished. I didn't feel like I was fulfilling my purpose. I wasn't touching people. I just wasn't me. So once I removed myself from that situation and I could see clearly for myself and understand and know what God's plan was for me within my life, I understood that that's the whole point. Like, you reach people for surface. You attract people, by looking a certain way, by carrying yourself a certain way. But really, at the end of the day, what people are buying is time with you. They want you. They want your experience. They want to know you. They want that. And so I was like, you know what? I'm not going to be commercial like I was when I worked at MAC, where it's, hi, how can I help you? And let me make you buy as much product to get out the door and spend as much money. And then maybe you might walk out looking halfway the way you want to.
Half of your face might be just to show you that the other half, this is how you
just
really
maybe,
look.
And I was like, no, that's I'm done with that. At this point, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it my way. And my way is to touch and agree with people. And, you know, there's sometimes I do get people who are so quiet and so introvert. And I might be talking to them the whole time and they might not say a word. But then, you know, I'll go back and I'll look at my reviews and they'll leave a raving review. And I'm like, you shocked me because you didn't say one word the whole time.
But you know, it really is your spirit. Like, I'm telling you, I've sat in other makeup chairs and they're just like, let me hurry up. And, you know, like,
get you out of here. You feel it.
Like,
yeah.
So I'm like, okay, do I look good? Like,
right.
Are you just saying that?
Right.
Am I really pretty now? Because I can't tell.
I don't
like,
know. I really just don't know.
I don't feel like I look like me.
Right.
But when I left that chair, I felt like I looked like me. But I felt like we had a good experience.
Right.
I was sitting there like, I was late for my birthday dinner.
That was my fault. That was one. I will take.
But I was having such a good time.
Yeah.
I was like, they'll wait.
Right. I'll get there when I get there.
I was like, we're having a good conversation.
Yeah.
So.
And then I swear she did 110 to get there because not even 10 minutes later, I looked at my phone and she had her birthday sash on and she was in the place to be. And I'm like,
so you thought I was playing when I said I had my little jumpsuit in the car. I was dressed underneath just in case. I had my shoes on. Yes,
that was impressive.
You know, a girl always has to be prepared, honey. I keep them shoes like a whole closet
in my trunk. Oh, yeah.
I do.
At all times.
I do. But I had such an amazing experience.
Good.
And the reason why we were connected through makeup experiences because of Marquita.
Right.
And I was like, oh, Marquita, you look really nice. And she kept talking you up. But she talked more about who you were as a person. And so I wanted people to be inspired by that. Like, it is a spiritual experience.
It is.
When you self-care for yourself. Like, so whoever you select to help you self-care should embrace what your experience is trying to be. And I so felt embraced by that experience. So thank you again.
You're welcome. And thanks for noticing.
But you do something even more amazing. So not only are we taking the beautiful outside and just enhancing that, but you also have an event called Brunch with Us. It's an exclusive event, so don't be looking for no
you won't find it.
no promotion.
You won't find
But I asked her if we could talk about it a little bit because it's more than just, it's beyond the makeup.
Yes, it is.
How did Brunch with Us start? First, what is Brunch with Us?
Okay, so Brunch with Us is it is a women's entrepreneurial empowerment and networking brunch. It's something that my nail tech, who is also one of my very best friends, she goes by Nails by Lonnie. Her name is Alana Harper. You can find her inside of Legacy Village, but you can't book with her because she's never got any openings. So
they claim they spots early. I seen somebody get mad at her for not having her spot open.
It's like, oh my God, I feel so bad because I come in contact with so many people who are like, your nails are gorgeous. Who do you go to? I'm like, I don't even want to tell you because you'll never get an appointment. Like, I'm going to just be all the way honest. But she and I came up with this event together, and it really came from a just a completely, totally different place. She and I would buy tickets to go to events. We would take off to go to it. We would get dressed. We would drive there. We would get in the parking lot, and then we would be like, you know what, I'm really just... I don't think I'm feeling...
You're not gonna go?
I know. And she'd be like, you too, huh? And I'd be like, so we not going, right? And she'd be like, yeah, let's just go and get a drink somewhere. And that's what we would do. And so it took a while for us to understand that because we deal with people on a regular basis, and you know, you're always giving energy, especially when you really care. You're giving energy. You're giving a piece of yourself, every person. So once you clock out and you're done for the day, you don't want to still have to do that with people that you don't necessarily mesh with, or, you know, people that don't have good energy or good spirits, you know what I mean? So, you know, we were like, we're going to start doing events ourselves, and we're just going to invite the people that we want to be there, that we know have good energy, that we're going to have fun, that we can learn with. Maybe we should do this with entrepreneurs. Maybe we should make it for women. Maybe we should connect women, because that's what we do all day anyways. So instead of, you know, you sitting in my chair and you saying, hey, you know, I'm trying to really get this off the ground, but I just don't know the right channels. I'm going to say, guess what? I know somebody, and I'm going to give you their number. And that happens all day, every day. For both of us, because, you know, we just know so many people. So we were like, you know what, we're going to turn that into a brunch. and we're going to keep it quaint and intimate, and we never have more than 8 people, and that's including our videographer and us. So it's always very small. It's invite only, and we literally fellowship. We lift each other up, and we network, and it just works.
See, this was a different, like, I witnessed, like, through pictures.
Yeah.
So I was like, this is a different type of networking event. It did not look like your typical. It looked like I saw people sharing stories.
Yes.
I saw laughter, a few tears, but they didn't look like sad tears.
No,
they were
good.
happy tears.
Yeah.
And so I was like, wow, because you're right. Whenever you go to a networking event, it's like, okay, now I got to put on. I got to put on for these people that I may or may not want to deal with later on.
I'm so
I got to
drained.
put on. Right.
Drained.
And so, but I was like, this is a different type of networking event. And I love the intimacy of it, because that means that I can really have a conversation and connect with you or not connect with you, and that's okay.
And that's okay.
It was the exchange. I was like,
and we make sure, because a lot of people are upset about this, we make sure that nobody knows anybody in the circle. So like one time we invited someone, and she called one of our mutual friends we all are in the same circle, but we've never been anywhere together, and it's like weird. And so she called her friend and was like, I don't know if I'm gonna go, because are you going? Because I don't know anybody. And her friend was like, well, I'm not invited. And so she still came, and she had a wonderful time. And she was like, I'm not gonna lie, I almost didn't go because I didn't know anybody. But I'm like, that's the whole point. It forces you to really, number one, be yourself. And also, it forces you to be vulnerable and to meet new people and to step out and try something different.
And see, I like that, because I think Robin and I talk all the time, all these networking events, we see the same people all
same circles
the time.
It's very cliquey. And that's another reason why we did this, because we were like, I'm tired of seeing the same circles all the time, and they just support their own circle.
Like nobody outside of there.
And it's small circles, and it's big circles, it's prominent circles, it's political circles, all of them. And I can't really speak for anywhere else, but I'm just saying my experience here in Cleveland, it's like, well, if you're not in their circle, you're not going in there even, or you won't be able to get it, or you'll be like a fly on the wall. I don't have that. What? Why would I pay to go to that?
I'm not the only one that's like, I don't want to go.
I'm good.
I don't want to, because I remember there was an exclusive brunch event. They said it was for women, but it was 100 women on that list. And I was like, and I knew every one of them. I was like, well, how am I supposed to experience something new? I've experienced you 20 times at 20 other events, and not any shade, but it was like, I'm trying to grow. Like, how am I supposed to grow in this area if we are always discussing the same things? There's nobody outside of the circle coming in to teach us something new. So I was all nosy up in there. Let me tell you, I watched this video. Anybody who listens to my show, watches my show, already knows I stalk your page. Yeah. But I had already been stalking her because I want to get my makeup done.
It's all right. It's okay.
But to find out, like, what you do, how you interact with people. Because I'm a people person. Right. So I'm like, okay, people really like her. And she is really herself. Like, I'm going to reveal something about her later on, but we're going to keep it cute right now. Okay. So how do you go about selecting the women that get invited?
So right now, it's really easy. Like, we know so many women, you know, that are clients, that are cousins of clients, that are aunties, that are sisters. We know so many women that are entrepreneurs. And to be honest with you, like, we didn't even realize we knew this many until we started this. And for me, it made me realize that a good 70% of the women that come to me for services are entrepreneurs, which means that, yes, in Cleveland, women are supporting women. Women are backing women. And it's not even just African American. It's wide open. It's Hispanics. It's Asians. It's Caucasians. It's broad. So, you know, that was like, oh, I know so many people. So every time we would be like, okay, let's make the list for this month, that month, and that month, it would be like, all right, cool. This person, this person, this person. Okay, and then that, like, it's easy because we are within fingertip length of these women all the time.
So then we have to get into the conversation real quick about how people say that women don't support women, but you have actually seen the opposite. Why do you think that people are still allowing that stereotype to be played out in social media, in the media? Like, why are people still saying that women don't support other women?
Because when it comes to the percentages, women don't. In all honesty, women really don't like go out their way to support unless it's a clique, unless it's a circle, unless it's a family member. And I really just think that people are afraid to be themselves. I think people are afraid to step out and be like, hi, my name is Alishia. Who are you? You know, because now we have social media. People hide behind keyboards and screens, and they put on a facade of who they want you to think they are without being really truly who they genuinely are. So I think people are they've been so trained in the last 10, 15 years to be like that it's desensitized women from being able to even step out and be like, you know what, girl, you look really good. You know, your hair is really cute.
And you know what? I make it a point, I swear, every day, like, till 5 women.
Cute.
Like, yeah, you look good. Because what does it hurt me to compliment you about your look or your attitude or whatever? You know, what does it kill me?
Right.
Who knows who you're going to meet?
Hello.
Like, I said, like, what was it, 2 years ago, I started living, I was like, I'm going to live the most uncomfortable life that I possibly can. Yeah. I'm going to do some stuff I've never done. Right. And I'm going to just walk up to people and be like, I challenged myself last summer. I took my phone and my little microphone. I went down to Edgewater and I started walking up to women like, hey, are you a mom?
Oh, okay.
Oh, you are a hot mom.
Yeah.
And then we just had a hot mom conversation.
That's what it takes. And nobody wants to do that besides you. Nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to use energy to really vibe. And that's the problem.
But I always tell people too, if we don't vibe, it's okay because you're going to find the person you're meant to vibe with.
Yes.
Like I said, I could be a lot to deal with. That's probably why we...
It's okay.
Yeah. It's a lot to deal with sometimes, but you're going to have a good time.
Yes.
I like to think of it as being a party in a box.
I call it a roller coaster.
Oh, I like that. You never know what you're going to get.
Never.
You never know.
But you know it's going to be a good time.
You're going to have fun. Like, and you're going to remember it.
Yeah.
And then you're going to be like, it was an experience. This was great. With her. See, I am all about experiences.
That's right.
Like, we're going to have a good time. And you're going to remember it.
Yes.
I'm going to ask you to delete the photos from your phone.
I'm not, but I won't let nobody else see it. You feel me? I'm that person, and that's fine. That's fine. I'm
going to ask you to delete them. I got a couple people I need to contact after we leave here to be like, I remember.
Get them up out of here. Okay.
So let's get a little more into the beauty part of it, though. So Brunch with Us exclusive event, and this is something that, let's put out there, you ladies can create on your own.
Yeah.
Like, you know, maybe it's not a brunch with us, but start creating these groups where you network with women and meet different people.
It's so important. Even if you start it and it's 5 people that you might work with, the person at the cash register that you see every other day going to the corner grocery store, you know, the whatever. Get your 5, 6 people, and you can keep those intimate 5, 6 people for a while till you feel comfortable to step out and then start trying new things in new ways. But yeah,
I feel like you really have to challenge yourself. Like I told people, I was like, 2018 was like the year you watched to see what was going on. Now 2019, take everything you learn and apply it to your life. Challenge yourself, because why be stuck doing the same thing year after year after year?
Yes, ma'am.
When I'm ready, and when this happens for
2020 is like tomorrow. So you want to go into 2020, 2021, 2022 still waiting?
And doing what? Watching everybody else. Watching.
Swag.
Now, I do people watch, but for the purpose of learning, and then you...
I like people watching.
I get my interview skills from, you know, it is entertaining. Yeah, it's you know, like, oh, yeah, I know how to ask them a question now.
Yeah.
But
I agree.
So getting into, let's talk society standards of beauty. Because a lot of times people are like, well, I have to have lashes, or I have to have all this other stuff done. And recently I've been seeing a lot of people talk about, like, we have to have, our behinds have to be this way. I have to have a flat stomach, you know. Why do you think we just can't enjoy the beauty we have? Why can't we just enhance it without enhancing it?
That's so deep. And really, to be honest with you, it's because of the cycles that we're put into. Even for our culture, you know, it's so obvious that society is built to tear us down. And so that being said, you know, certain parts of society, not all of it, but that being said, you know, it's to tear you down so that you don't realize how royal and regal you are. So, you know, we're told to be a size 4, a size 2, and, you know, always have your face done and your hair done and your makeup done and your nails done. Okay, I look like that right now, but honestly, every day I look like I have nothing on. I'm just like, every day you get what you get. So
the people of Walmart, that's what I call the look. I can look like when I look really nice, like somebody's mom. I'm the people of Target.
Yes, Target.
But if I'm running in and out of somewhere, I'm the people of Walmart.
Maybe Dollar General. So I say that to say that, you know, we're given these unrealistic goals of what we're supposed to look like versus just being the best you. And that's also another part of why I not only do makeup, but also why I teach dance, which I don't teach dance right now, but I am getting back to it. Because I want women to embrace who you are, you know, and I swear it's the funniest thing. Like, I know what I look like and I know what I'm built like, but in my mind, I am just a normal person. I'm a normal built girl. I don't see myself being anything extra spectacular. I just know what I have and I know how to work with it, and we keep it pushing, you know. But at the end of the day, if I was to really stop and look at myself, I'd be like, all right, girl, like, kind of got it together. But I don't. It might even be days I might go without even seeing myself in the mirror. And that's just being all the way honest, because that was the way I was raised. That was the way that I was taught. And it was to know who you are internally and to know what you bring to the table and to know your value and your placement. It starts there. If you know that, then everything else is just like the cherry on the top. That's just the icing. Because if you want stability, if you want longevity in relationships and with connecting with people and knowing people, yeah, you're going to attract them for what you look like surface, but what's going to keep and maintain that longevity is what you are internally.
And see, I'm so glad you brought all of that up. So we just did, my sister and I have a separate show called The Sorry Girl Show. Go check it out on YouTube.
Yes, I remember you talking about that. Mm-hmm.
But we just did a show called The Imposter Friend. And we were saying that people don't realize you're an imposter because you don't know who you are.
You have no idea.
And until you spend some time with yourself and discover who you are, you're an imposter to everybody. And you may not mean it in a malicious way.
You don't know.
You just don't know.
You have no idea.
And so you haven't figured that out. And so you're pretending.
Yes.
You're faking it until you make it.
Yeah.
But then you're never making it. And so you're just walking around. So
that's a good show.
But I'm glad you brought that up though, because when people see you on the outside, they automatically assume things about you.
They
like
judge you.
You're going to be a certain type of way. And until you really get to know someone on the inside, you know what I'm saying? Like we have a real conversation. You never know. Like
and people mostly, I mean, and I don't even mean to be sexist, but a lot of men as well, especially in this day and age, put up walls. Like, they don't even want you really, honestly, to penetrate to find out who they really are. Like, they put up this wall, like, you know, you can get close. Oh, you're too close. You're too close.
And more so than women. And that's what people don't realize. People are like, well, when you wear fake this and fake that. And it was like, I'm just enhancing what God already gave me.
That's all.
And I'm not trying to make you feel bad about how you look. But I think it's because we don't do enough self-reflection to determine, like, this is what I like about me. And I'm going to spark that up. Y'all get sparked. I'm going to spark that up to show you, know, that I could be extra. But at the end of the day, I'm going to be happy.
This is where I'm at.
With just being me.
Yes.
And so I think once we start to, the big thing that I think once we start to do that, then we plant the seed and our children begin to do that.
Right. Absolutely.
Right now, I don't know if we're revealing who we really are to our children just because we have social media. So we have Instagram models and we have all these. And shout out to Instagram models. I'm not hating on y'all. But we also have to have people show you what a regular person looks like. Reality. And to enjoy that. Like, you don't have to be all of this other thing.
All the time. You're absolutely right.
Because where was that? I was at Target. I'm at Target a lot. My daughter likes Target. I'm in there a lot.
They're just expensive.
And you gotta get the coupons.
Oh, yeah. See, I'm not a couponer at all.
But it was this lady, like, dressed, she had on the heels. And I even saw her daughters are made up. And Anissa and I are walking in there. But we're having a good time. And I'm like... And she's like, well, mommy, at least we're twinning. And I'm like, girl,
okay,
we all right.
We're on the same page.
Our hair is braided up the same. And I was like, well, we're just beautiful the way we're beautiful. And they're beautiful. But we're not teaching our kids that. So they see this image. And they think that that's who they're supposed to be. And I'm like, just enjoy being
who
yourself.
You are. Yes.
Like, I like you for who you are. I'm like, you got a dope personality. Look at your mama. And so,
yes.
But why do you think it's hard for us as women just to to plant that seed in our children to be like, just be who you are. And if you want to enhance it, do that, but you don't have to.
I think generational, it's just the way that we are. You know, I think that Black women have it the hardest all the way around the board. Okay, you can show up for work every day on time and look 1000% the part and speak and do and move the way that you're told to move, and you still will get trumped by the less educated, less put together, less classically clean person. You know, so I think it's because of that we don't have a choice. You better step out looking the part, or you're going to fall into the stereotype of what they automatically assume us to be: lazy, bums, whatever you want to say. But at the end of the day, we're the ones who are the structure and the foundation of everything.
They need to know it. I tell people I wear my crown tilted because if I wore it straight, that would be a lie.
It would be just
I'd be having to get under. I have to do my car work. I have to be an accountant. I have to be a mom. I have to be a referee. I have to be a coach, a cheerleader. You know, I just did that just like an hour ago.
Yeah, I get it. I definitely understand.
And so when there are so many hats, I was like, sometimes I don't want to step out and be all glammed up.
Hello.
First of all, you never seen me at a football game.
I get it.
It could get real.
Okay.
It could get really real. For all the parents out there, my son's a Lutheran East Falcon, number 42. They know but I be on that field. I have ran down the field with my son before, not on purpose.
No, I do it too. I do it too.
But in those moments, you're just doing life. And I want to do it naturally, me, and just accept that. But I was having this conversation. Somebody was like, "Oh, you are confident here." I was like, "It took some time for me to be comfortable like that. It doesn't happen for you like overnight. Like you just wake up one morning, you're like, I love here. Me." No, it took some hard conversations in the mirror to be like, okay,
that and time. Okay, because time be like, we don't have that to do today. Like we're barely about to make it. Like. Just go.
But you know what I found out is that once you're confident in yourself, when you walk into any room, even if you look like the people of Walmart, that people will be like, dang,
wow,
look at you, you know what you're doing. I'm like, I do know what I'm doing.
And you know what, it's funny you should say that, because my late mother-in-law was exactly like that. She was a very simple woman. When she went to events, the most makeup she would wear would be blotted down lipstick, and that would be it. And she
That's everybody's.
You know, but her demeanor was so bright. Like, she could walk in and not say a word and just smile and light up the whole room.
And see, that's why it can be some grandmas to hang with. Y'all don't even know. They carry themselves in a certain light. And you're just like, shout out to Grandma Easter, because Vanessa's grandmother gets me all the way together.
Okay, see?
Like, she's like, you could use a tan, just but you're cute. Okay. You're cute. And I'm like, thank you.
Yeah, get you together real quick.
You know, she says, when you leave the house, make sure, but you can leave the house with confidence. Like, wear that first.
Yes.
Because if you got that, even if you got on a tracksuit, Grandma,
you still can make it work.
Cute. Yes. So, but I think people leave the house thinking that everything on the outside, like as long as I look together, like
I'm together.
And let me tell you, if I'm a people watcher, I can read you and be like, you are so uncomfortable.
You just trying really hard.
You are, and then now I'm uncomfortable because you are making me uncomfortable.
And I'm the person that I'm not saying anything, but I'm looking, and I can't not look. But I feel like that's another thing why I like, shameless plug, some of my semi-permanent situations that I do.
This is one of the beauty questions, so go ahead.
Yeah, like with the micro shading brows that last for 2 years and the semi-permanent eyelashes that you get touched up once a month, every 3 weeks. It makes you feel a little bit better about yourself on those days when you're like, I just don't even, I like literally am lucky I washed my eyeballs. Like, but at least I have some eyelashes on, and I have some brows done, and I can throw some lip gloss, and I'm cute.
Oh, see, my thing is the lip gloss. Like, that's my major thing. Like, as long as I got on my lip gloss, then I'm like,
ashy.
You don't even know me. And my earrings. I gotta have on my hoop earrings. I don't know what it is. Let me put some hoop earrings, some lip gloss, and I'm like,
we just talked about hoops, because these hoops right here, I'm such a fraud. I never wear hoops. This is the first time I've ever worn them. They're so gaudy and huge, like they barely fit in my neck.
The bigger the better.
I'm like, oh, I never wear hoops.
I'm like, yes.
I only got them on because I just did a photo shoot. But Other than that, I'm simple. Like, unless I'm going somewhere that I'm the most extra person in the room. But aside from that, an event or something, I'm simple.
And see, I think that's what it is. You do what fits for you.
Yes.
And then you can pull you off.
Yeah.
But if I pretend to be somebody else, it's going to look awkward. You're going to be able to tell it. And then I'm going to go in the bathroom and be in there like, why did I do that?
Why did I do that? Who was
Why
that?
did I do this? I'm serious. For a long time, I had an issue with wearing flats.
Okay.
Like,
Oh.
I could fall in flats but not fall in heels.
5 foot even my whole life. I've never went anywhere without wearing heels. I got on heels now. The only time I don't wear heels when I'm at work, and that's because I'm probably pulling a 12-hour day. But other than that, I'm in heels.
But then, like, people would make me feel like, why are you wearing heels here? Why are you wearing heels there? And I would be
Because
like,
me.
yes, but I was like, so then when I wore flats and I tripped and fell crossing the street.
That ain't me. That wasn't
like,
me.
Had I had on some heels,
That wouldn't have happened.
I would have been just fine.
Hello.
Hey,
Know
hotties,
yourself.
we are on with Alishia, and we are getting sparked.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back. Hey, hotties, welcome back. If you are just tuning in, we are getting our lives sparked with Miss Alishia here, and she is getting us all the way together with inspiration, encouragement, and like in a minute, I'm going to have her snatch some of our wigs. About this makeup thing. Hold on, because I know like Vanessa is my best friend, and she's like in the background like, did you ask her? Did you ask her? I'm like, ask her yourself. Book an appointment.
Yeah, come here. Come on. Come talk to me.
But I want to know what motivated you to want to motivate other women. Because you could be selfish. You could keep all that love and
I really
energy to
could,
yourself.
but that's just not me. I think that my upbringing, my background, everything is love. You know,
you're not from Cleveland.
No, I'm not. I'm a country girl at heart. I'm from Sticks. I'm from Warren, which is next to Youngstown, out in the middle of nowhere. But you know, I had great people in my life. I had wonderful women influences in my life. My mother comes from a family of 10 where she had 4 sisters and 5 brothers. And even just watching how her and her sisters operate, you know, they're all women of God. Mostly all of my aunts are preachers' wives and bishops' wives. And
so you have a standard of beauty. Because that's a whole ladies of the church. That's a different standard of beauty.
Okay, so
I don't know if I'll ever get into that. I was, you know what? I told people by the time I'm 60,
maybe.
Maybe I'm gonna get me in the. I'm gonna be an old lady that wear red leather pants and a red leather hat.
Hello,
That's
red
like
nails,
my dream
red
outfit.
lips. Come,
I'm having a Cadillac too.
Yeah,
go on though.
So you know. And it was bred in me early to be humble and to be loving and to be nurturing and to believe in those around you, and that's just who I am. So I don't know any other way to be. I don't understand any other way to be. If I see someone, or if I see a woman, you know, that might even be in the same craft as me, or that might be in the same lane as me, and I see she might be struggling on something, I'm gonna pull her to the side and be like, yo, you might want to approach this a different type of way. You know, that's just me.
And so you have to appreciate that about people, because I think like all too often, like as a blogger, and I'm a mommy blogger, you know, there are a trillion mommy bloggers. I always appreciate like when I reach out to another mommy blogger and I'm like, hey, I'm having a little issue
just a little
here, like because everybody knows I've become a recent fan of Maddie James. Maddie James is amazing. But you know, so she was blogging about something. I was like, I had a question, so I was like, I'm gonna shoot my shot.
Let me just see.
I sent her a message. That lady responded back, sent me all these work. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, wow.
And
you know
she
what
didn't
I'm
have to do that.
She didn't have to do that. You're achieving, and still achieving. And I was like, I'm learning. I was like, I appreciate you saying this. And she was like, oh, if you have a question, ask it. And I think people are afraid because you met that one person
and it
who
messes
you
it
thought
up.
was going to help you, and they basically shot you down. And I'm gonna be honest, don't shoot me. And they're not even as special. You know what I'm saying? They're not as in the game as you think they are. But you admire them, but they didn't appreciate that admiration. Anytime, like I remember in Target, y'all be giving me a lot.
She needs some coupons in the mail, Target. Okay,
but this lady was like, "Oh, you're just one hot mom." Like she didn't know my real name, and I'm like, "That's cool, though."
That's great.
Like, yay,
you recognize the brand? I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Like, so I should keep dyeing my hair because, but you know, so I was like, I'm appreciative of every single moment, every
moment.
single experience.
Yes.
And so when you meet other women like that, I always ask, like, well, what makes you that way? Because I know what makes me that way.
Right.
But I'm just wondering, like,
I don't know any other way to be, you know, and for
we
me,
out here, y'all.
It is, we exist. You know, I feel like at the end of the day, going home and even just knowing that you might have changed somebody's life in a positive way, that's priceless. That you can't put a dollar amount on that. And for me, I feel like that helps complete my heart. You know, I'm a very genuine person. I'm a very loving person. My birthday's on Valentine's Day. And I'm a very giving person.
Give her a gift.
Yeah, I love it. You know, and so that's just who I am. I couldn't be any other way.
And see, but you can appreciate because it's effortless for you.
Yes.
You know, and so there's, I'm going to ask the makeup questions now. For all the young makeup artists who are coming up, who are trying to get themselves
And there's some dope
out
ones
there,
in the city too, by the way. I will say that.
What would you recommend? How are we getting our brands out there? What would be the first 3 tips you would give them to get their brand noticed?
Number 1, stay true to who you are and don't change and compromise and conform because you see what's hot. Because what's hot is what's hot now. But you could be the next best thing with the ideas that you have and you don't even know it because you're too busy trying to be like what's hot now. So stay true to who you are and your vision of what you think your brand should be. That's number 1. Number 2, the best piece of advice that my father-in-law gave to me is to understand and know your community. If you understand and know your community and those that are around you, you will then understand and know how to give it what it needs. And then in turn, it will give you what you need, which is money. Okay, so, you know, if you know your environment and you know the people that are around you, you know, you might be seeking a different type of clientele, but that clientele is right next to you. It's the person, like I said before, that's at the grocery store. It's the person that's at the gas station. It's the girl that you see at the movies. It's the person you buy your clothes from. You know, it's the people that you reach and you touch every day. Those are your clients. Those are the people that love you. Those are the people that talk to you. Those are the people that want to know you and know about your life. Hone in on that because that's where it begins, and those people that you start with will be with you until the end because they saw something in you before you were even great. So hold on to that. Number 3, I would say always stay on top of your game. Like always be light years ahead of what's going on right now. Be looking for what the trend is for 2020. Be looking for what the newest beauty hack is going to be understanding and knowing what new tools and techniques and concepts are going to be coming out, because if you always stay ahead of the game, you'll never get left behind. So
okay, all right, you MUAs that were asking, like, how does she do it? How does she do it? She just gave you 3 great tips. Great tips. And so it's up to you to take all the information she just gave you. I hope you were listening. Go back to the replay. It'll be on the podcast and start applying that to what you do now. Because, like, my sister and I were talking, I was like, you can always give people information.
Yeah.
What they do with the information is what makes... There you go.
That's
okay, now here's another one.
Okay.
Concealer.
Yes.
And foundation. Okay, let's get the question right. How can you determine if a foundation or concealer matches your skin tone?
Ooh, that's a good one.
People are looking to be like,
I like that question. So, because I worked at MAC for so long, I had the privilege of toning and matching people of every ethnicity. And so the best thing that I can say, especially for women of color are not one color. Not one color foundation or concealer is going to work for you. You have to understand that we are melanated. So therefore, you're going to have different places in your skin that are different colors. Whether it's a blockade this way and it's 3 different shades, or whether you're darker up top or darker on the bottom. You have to understand that about yourself without makeup on first. Then from there, you can go and you can find a concealer that's maybe the shade of your lighter tones. And then you can find a foundation that's maybe your darker tones and make it make sense.
See, I saw that. I saw her doing that when I'm not gonna lie. When I went home, I was like, she had that little thing. I was like, look, she mixed these together. I was like, you know, but you don't learn that on the tutorial. You tutorial teaching people, y'all didn't show us that. So now I'm at home and I got like light
And I'm glad you said that because the tutorials are amazing. They are absolutely amazing, but never underestimate what it is to come in and have a one-on-one with your makeup artist. That's for all of you and whoever your makeup artist is. Your makeup artist is the person who knows your face better than you do. You need to sit down with someone who understands your eye shape, your skin tone, your skin texture. You need to sit with someone who can really tell you what you need along with the proper technique, tools, and products so that you're not wasting money trying something with a YouTuber who looks nothing like you.
And I'm telling you, you will waste money.
Yeah.
I am a living witness.
Yeah. You'd be like, well, that worked for her. Yeah.
Like, why can't I do it?
Totally different from you.
All right. Can you sleep in your makeup?
So I'm going to say this, right? I have a client that she has literally been with me for my whole ride that I've been in Ohio. This woman would come and get her makeup done every day. And if there was a day I wasn't in the shop, she would find me and I would have to do her makeup in my car.
Day?
Every day.
Okay.
Absolutely.
She's rich.
She had
Find
things
her.
to do.
I need her.
So it got to a point where if I was gone or, that's what it was. I started traveling. I was moving around a lot more, so she couldn't get to me every day. And she would hyperventilate because she's like, oh my God,
People are going to know what I really look like.
Yeah. And I would be like, it's okay. And so she started wearing her makeup. Those days I wasn't there. And it'd be 2 or 3 days to go by and people would make fun of her so bad. And then those are the same people who 10 years later, they're doing the same thing. But, you know.
She started the trend.
She did. And I was like, okay. So, and because of her, I know 1000% without a doubt that my makeup is not coming off until you wash it off. Okay. I know for a fact. Now, it might not be perfectly placed by day 2, but I know it's not coming off until you wash it off because I really spend a lot of money on primers and all of that. And good products. So, me personally, no, I'm not doing it. I might leave a brow on for a couple days, but other than that, no, I'm not doing it because I like my skin. I like my skin to breathe. And there are a lot of times where I don't wear makeup every day. So, on the days I don't wear makeup or have time to wear makeup, I don't want my skin to be completely messed up because I didn't wash my face. And I have a lot of friends that are estheticians that would kill me if I said otherwise. So, that being said, you know, wash it off if you can. But if you've got a vacation or a birthday or something, we need to have it on a couple days.
I'm going to tell you, mine is 2 days. I'm not going to lie.
2 days is fine.
One, I don't even feel like it was a full day. I feel like I got my makeup done that night. And then I laid down like in a coffin. And then when I woke up, I was like, I need to do more today.
People need to see this. Absolutely.
But by the end of the next day, I was like, okay.
It's over. I'm just going ahead.
Yeah. Now, the other one was, though, what's the best way to remove your makeup?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Because, you know, some people, I was like, I feel like, what's still on?
Yes, yeah, because when I say you have to scrub it off, especially my glitter is impossible to get off.
I need glitter.
It's not going nowhere. So, I can tell you what I like to do. So, me personally, I start with a wipe because I don't want makeup in my home wash rags. Even though I have designated face wash rags, I still don't want makeup in them because it's not coming out no matter how many times I wash it. So, my regimen is I like to use makeup wipes to remove it or micellar water or an astringent with a cotton pad just to get everything surface off, and then go in and cleanse with your, everyday washing cleanser that you use, which is, specifically for your skin type. And then, use a good moisturizer, maybe a toner. Keep pushing.
See, I think people were confused, like I just put all this soap on my face and then I take it off. There are so many, there's a lot of stuff out there. You should wash your face like this. And I'm a big fan of makeup wipes too. One, because if you are following my journey and you work out, they are the best.
They're
like
amazing.
Keeping your car, because I'm like, yes.
Especially the ones that have like shea butter in them because they moisturize the skin while still removing any oils or makeup or dirt on your face. So,
and I recommend the one with shea butter because when you use the other ones and then you go work out, your skin burns. It's on fire. I had to leave my workout class. I did. I was like, I can't do this. I just stayed there.
I'm dying.
I was like, is my face fresh?
Right.
Like, no. I was like,
it feels like it's falling off.
It burns. Yeah. And I realized, I was like, why is my face burning? I realized that I had used the wrong.
And then your pores were open. Ooh, that sucks. I'm sorry.
I'm glad you answered those questions first, because I swear those are the ones I was bombarded with the most. Okay. Like, hey, what about concealer and foundation?
Yeah.
What about this? And so, This is my own personal one. A nude lip for African American women. Is there one in particular? I know I found one and I bought like 5 of them. And it's worked on everybody. I know I'm not going to tell y'all yet. When I wear it,
you just know.
But how do they find the nude that works for them? Because each of our lips are different.
Very much
so.
So
You just have to try them on.
So,
or is there a brand killing the market?
It is. And of course, I'm going to say it's MAC because that's where all my education is at.
I do love MAC.
Yes, it's amazing. But it depends upon what your idea of nude is. Let's start there.
I'm so glad you said that. Because some people think nude is that pink. And I'm like,
Because technically I have on a nude right now and this isn't anything nude. So it just depends upon what you want. Sometimes you can have a very nude lip where your lips literally match your skin, and if that's the look you're going for, which I do sometimes if I have a dramatic eye, I just put foundation on my lips. Let me call it a day. Hello, nude. But if you want some nude with a little bit of color, but it still looks very natural, you can go with something more on the peachy side. Not pink, but nudie peach. And you can use a liner with it. There's also a color that I absolutely love that is at MAC.
to write this down.
It's called, it's my favorite. There's actually 2. And it's called Myth. Myth is just this gorgeous nude that you can put any type of lip liner with it, and it just works for all skin types, all colors. It's just, well, I mean, if you're darker, I wouldn't recommend that, but it is gorgeous on, and it just.
I'm gonna be at the MAC counter tomorrow.
Myth.
Give me some Myth.
And they have a lipstick and a lip gloss, and they're both bomb. And then there's another one. It's a matte that they have.
You ain't got to tell them now because I don't want everybody wearing it when I wear it.
I got you. Just know it's for MAC, and it's a
when
MAC.
you see me show up and I'm popping my lips,
just know it's going.
I have lunch with some friends tomorrow. I'll probably go stop by and do it.
Yeah.
And they're going to be on Instagram like, can you tell her to stop?
Yeah.
I'm not going to stop.
Killing it.
So how can we support you? Because honestly, I want to make sure that we as women, as a community, are just giving you fire, flavor, heat, passion, sauce, all of that. How can we support you?
I mean, outside of coming and getting, a service, just keep the word circulating, let people know, that we exist, that I exist, and, that there's still way more of a method behind the madness than just makeup, and, come and see for yourself.
Like, yo, she is like, walking, but look at her. She is all the way together. And even when, let me tell y'all, when she's like, I don't have on makeup today. I'm like, you still look together. When I came in, I'm like, the hair is up, pivot back.
Let me tell you,
are ready.
I have a whole 1-year-old who does not sleep at night. And if you only knew what I look like.
I can't tell.
I haven't slept this week. I didn't sleep last night at all, by the way.
But here's the other bomb thing that she does. Yoga. That's what I want to get to. Everybody knows that I'm like twerking it out all across. Like, I only do twerk workouts. Everybody's trying to get me to do something else. I can't.
No.
I can't.
That works.
I can't. I even tried Zumba, which I'm going to go back to Zumba.
Ooh.
But if I have to choose,
it's got to be the right Zumba class.
I'm going to twerk it out.
Yeah.
Oh, you got to go to Move with D.
Okay.
But yoga, she brought me to yoga. Now, everybody knows I went and did a yoga class over the summer, and it did not work out. One, they didn't tell me it was going to be a full yoga class, so I had some jeans.
Oh, no!
It's not a good experience.
Oh, not getting nowhere.
But when I saw, go to her Instagram page, y'all. If you want to know how to balance and look good, follow her. Follow her Instagram. Because I was like, yeah. And I needed to take some yoga pictures. Yeah. I tried. I'm not going to post some pictures. But I'm going to tell y'all what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to try it, though. But I was like, if yoga could bring, because like when you're, I'm 5'2". When you're a little short girl and you're kind of thick, you're not thinking that you could balance. But you gave me complete and total life when I saw that. So you guys go get into yoga, black short women.
Okay, because we are definitely fit for it.
But it was just good. Like, you look so like at home.
Okay, so here's why. So for me, within my background is dance. So my whole life I've danced. I started dancing when I was 2 years old. By the time I was 10, I was like an international competitive dancer. And then my mom and my dance teacher got together at the time, and they were like, you need ballet technique. So from the age of 10 to 8, I studied the Cicchetti method, which is the Italian method of ballet. And I got certified. So I probably have about 7 I've got 5 student certifications and 2 teacher certification going up to grade 2 for Chiquetti. So once I finished all of that in high school, I attended the number 3 dance school in the nation, which is in Pittsburgh. It's called Point Park University. Called PPU. And I am. And you know, dance has just always been a part of my life. This last year has been the only time in my life that I've just not danced.
Well, hurry up and get a class, because I need to do that yoga move.
Can you tell my back to stop being geriatric? Like, I'm not carrying a baby no more.
Kiki has a good chiropractor.
Oh, I need that. Okay. Oh, yeah. Well,
yeah, like they run in the same circle. She didn't even know that. I'm about to Kiki call and get. But I'm just so excited to have had you on today. One, when I met you, I was just like, wow, that's somebody I want to have a conversation with, and I want other people to experience that conversation, because there are layers to this woman,
I've got
y'all.
so many.
I just knew about the makeup, and like she was in New York, and I was like, I'm kicking it with you. I ain't there. But I felt like I was partying with her. I felt like there was a connection. So your energy is amazingly crazy, and I just wanted other people to get the experience. You guys didn't even get the full experience, but go ahead and book your appointment.
I'm on my best behavior right now. Just know that.
She is. I am. Drop your information so that they can go ahead and get sparked.
Well, all right, you guys. You can follow me on IG at Alishia_Sparks_Gullatt. Last name Gullatt. I acquired that from my husband. It is French. Thank you. And you can also follow my makeup page, which is Sparked_, or what is it? What's my makeup page? Sparks Makeup Artistry. That's what
it's makeup artistry. Yeah, I'm like, wait, that's not
I started a new one because I had one a while ago and I forgot the password, and Instagram just will not let me get back into it. It had like 4,000 followers. I'm salty, but I restarted a new one, so you guys could definitely go follow me there, Sparked Makeup Artistry. And you can follow me on Facebook at Alishia Sparks Gullatt, and
you book through Style Seat.
Yes.
See, that's what y'all need to know. You book through Style Seat. You book your appointment. You pay for your stuff. You show up, and you're ready. And then it reminds you, because I got a reminder.
You get a reminder
that you need another appointment. And I was like, you're right. I do need another appointment. I want to thank you so much for coming on and sharing your life, your experience, and your transparency. Hotties, you know you can follow me and the hottest kids at JustOneHotMom.com, where we will be having some amazing adventures, or follow all of my social media, Just One Hot Mom. Guess what, hotties? You've been tuned in and you've been elevated. Talk to you soon.
I like that.